Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome back to episode 6 of Europa Universalis 4 as Malwa. I had been considering going for and attacking Mawar, however, I don't have much money and I have very little manpower and it makes it difficult doing stuff like that. I was having a look around the map for other targets of opportunity, because obviously in the last video we created some border gore by taking the little guys over here. There's 3 province miners left, but they are all allied or vassals of Orissa, my ally, so I don't really want to deal with that. But I was having a quick look around the map, and one guy that I do actually have is Adar. This is the vassal that I took in one of the previous wars. Obviously, we've got claims on all of this stuff over here. But what I noticed with Adar is they actually have claims. They've got a couple of cores over here on Mawar, which we would like to get back. But they've also got some claims. Now, one of the claims that they've got is over here on Jalavad. So it's a 3-province nation. Now, Jalavad, interestingly enough, Jalavad have an alliance with Rarakantha, who are these guys here. The guys that I cannot get at. Because they are allied with Bermanis. However, what I could do is declare a war on Jalavad on behalf of Adar, and that would bring in Rarakantha into the war, allowing us to take those provinces. The problem that I have with this, because I was thinking about it, I was truly thinking about it, I've got very little manpower. I'm literally under a third of the manpower cap. My income isn't great and I have loans, and I then decided to have a look at the coalition map mode. We're already starting to get some aggressive expansion, and even right up here, I don't know, we've got like more aggressive expansion up here than anywhere else. Why are these guys at like -43? I do not know. All I know is there's a lot of aggressive expansion, and I'm surprised that some of my neighbours haven't jumped on me already. And if I were to go and take 1, 2, 3, 4. If I were to go and take 4 provinces from a non-co-belligerent and then 3 more, even giving them to my vassal, I think that is going to start a coalition with Vijayanagar at least, probably some of these guys up here, and you know me, most of the time I will fight a coalition war down to the last man, but I'm already nearly at the last man, so I think I will have to wait, as unfortunate as that is. So what I do want to start doing, I want to try and improve relations with these guys, because I'd like to try and get them vassalized at some point. I'm also improving relations with the Dar, because since taking them over, obviously they are disloyal. We still have a free advisor slot. I think I'm going to leave that like so for the time being. We could pay off some of these loans. It's certainly not a bad idea. Let's reduce the inflation and stuff that we've got coming in. We could create a couple of provinces, sorry, a couple of states, but there's little point in doing that, given the fact that we don't have all of the provinces. 80% on the separatists here in Sagulja, which is this province. So let's go ahead and get these guys over there. We'll put the army maintenance up. That's actually going to cost us some money. So we'll move those guys over to there. Are all of our forts off? It looks like they are. So we are losing a fair bit of money here at the moment. Mostly for the army maintenance, some fort maintenance. But we do need to deal... I guess we are still reinforcing, which is part of the problem here. This should be a 20 stack, and should it be? Yeah, this should be a 20 stack. So once this gets fully reinforced, and in fact, yeah, now we're making positive money. Not much, but we're making positive money. So if we can get those separatists to fire... I guess I could just stay in a neighbouring province until they get to 90%. It'll speed things up a little. So we'll definitely work on that. And yeah, we need to get some of this aggressive expansion to go away. So is there anyone that we could start sucking up with to reduce some of this aggressive expansion? Obviously, some of these guys are the ones that we're going to be picking on. Vijayanagar is our... Vijayanagar hates us anyway. Another thing, I did look around the map and I noticed that Timurids actually quite like me and they're willing to offer an alliance, and they're also rivaled with Delhi. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now that will put me over my relationship limit, which is fine because if we vassalize these guys that will be job done. We should be able to get a royal marriage with them as well because they are Sunni. Where are we? Royal marriage. There we are. Let's get the royal marriage. We're already at 154. We could do some improved relations there. Let's go and do some. I mean, these aren't guys that I really need to improve relations with, but I will start working on them. We'll have a year or two pass. I'm hoping the situation down here doesn't change, because I would still like to be able to do this. At least we know that Bamanis aren't going to go in and grab these guys because they're vassalized. Are they vassalized or are they allied? They're allied. So we haven't got to worry about Bamanis grabbing this. And this will certainly be an easy way for us to get it, but we need to get that aggressive expansion down first. Oddly enough, I don't have much aggressive expansion with Bamanis, which I find really weird. Are they a different religious group? They're Shia. Everywhere else is... Vijayanagar's Hindu. We're Sunni. Yeah, interesting. How are we doing? Oh, we've got stuff happening here. You need to move there because that actually has gone up to 90% now. Suppress the rebels. Local unrest goes up, but local manpower modifier goes down, or gain some local autonomy. I'd take some local autonomy. It's fine. It'll burn off eventually. So these guys now are 0.7 years from popping. That'll probably increase a little bit now we've got an army standing on there, but hopefully not by too much. I'd just like to deal with all of these rebel factions. That's the main problem that we've got at the moment. So if we can get those dealt with, that'd be nice. Still really tempting to just go and grab this. I mean, it would give us a coast... Well, it'll only be one coastal province, but a coastal province is still a coastal province. Now, Idar does actually have a core on this, I think. Yeah, so they do actually consider that one to be a core. So we could give them that and take the other three, because we will integrate them eventually. This is just a claim. So we could actually potentially do it and just give them their claim and just take the stuff from... Take those three for myself, give that one to Idar, and then go after these guys again in another war. That might be something worth considering, but I still think I want to try and get that aggressive expansion down a little bit first. You guys are allied with Vijayanagar. Somebody's pinging me. What is wrong with you, Discord? You're supposed to go into streamer mode. There's the rebels. That is fine. Let me just pause up a second. You have some aggressive expansion. So you're on 54. Although you're allied with Orissa. Okay, so let's go ahead and deal with these rebels first. So down go the rebels. Now, of course, that hurts us some more because we've taken a manpower hit. Which means we'll have to recover, and of course it's costing us money as well. Excellent. So there's two more potential rebel faction spawns here. 2.4 years, 2.2 years. Sambalpur, which is this one. I'm guessing we probably can't get any of these to go away by just standing an army in them. But we will do so anyway. How's improved relations going on here? We do have some overextension still. We are still coring. Let's look at tech, actually. We are falling behind in Diplo a little. We don't have a Diplo advisor. We are starting to fall behind a little bit in admin as well. And we do have an admin idea group. Am I admin focused? Yeah, I'm admin focused. So you've fully recovered up. Now then, you've gone up to 80%. You are Kalinjar, which is where now? That's up there where the fort is. Let's go up there. We shouldn't need to turn the fort on. We should get there in time. Our general has died. Do we still have a general? We do not. Let's recruit a general. And I guess you're going to be Foundation Afro the first. One of my long-time Patreon supporters, Foundation Afro, just making sure I spelled it correctly. You are a 2-2-2. You don't have any siege, but I guess you're not going to do too bad in combat. Again, still early on in the game, so shock is preferable to fire, but a bit of maneuver is always good. Mawar is having some problems with peasants. Well, that's potentially good. Keep them busy. Yeah, I'd like to get my manpower up into the region of about 15,000 before I even think about potentially getting involved in too many other wars. We've got some embargoes still going on. Eclipsed Bengal. Have we insulted anybody recently? Doesn't look like we have. Can we go over here and insult you guys? We could do if we had a flipping free diplomat. I guess we'll have one soon. We'll try and sort of hit 200 or close to it on the Timurids. I think having the Timurids as an ally might be useful. They are quite far away, so getting them involved in an offensive war is unlikely to ever happen. But as a defensive partner, they could be very, very useful. Our tradition of legalism is a great advantage. Enforcing faithful adherence will move us 50 towards mysticism, but impact corruption by -2. Interesting. The other one, going the other way, gives us more manpower, but we'll stick with that as it is. So we can get reduced construction costs, reduced unrest in a single province, and reduced state maintenance. Yeah, we don't need the advisor. I can't really afford to get another one right now as it is. Looks like Idara are building up their army a little bit. I'm not too worried about that. So we could reduce construction costs. So getting this national manpower modifier would be really nice, but I don't know if I want to spend the points there yet. We're already starting to get this institution's tech penalty, so I think I'd like to try and grab the next tech first before we go for the idea group. So we'll probably hold off on that one. Jainpur is in a war with somebody. They're fighting... this is Jainpurian conquest of Gouda. So you've started a war which you are now losing. The Alima estate is losing some loyalty. Speaking of estates, is there any possibility whatsoever that we could get some manpower, military support? That's military power. Where are we? Raise additional levies. It's not a lot of manpower, is it? You can 11th of November 73, so we've got quite some time before we can do that. That is a shame. I was hoping we'd be able to grab some free manpower. We are back at full a full stack here. We've cored 2 of our provinces. There's 1 left to go. Still potentially 2 rebel factions might pop. If I can get rid of the 2 80% ones, that'd be great, because then I could literally just... what are you? Let's me just go ahead and reduce the autonomy here, and then that'll really speed up them firing. I just want to get them to fire as quickly as possible, and the more autonomy reduction we have, the better off we're going to be. And also it'll help fill up our government reforms a little quicker than is currently happening. Rerakantha declared war on Mawar. That is brave. These guys have declared a war on Mawar. Wow. I'm guessing Bamanis is involved in that war as well. Interesting. That could be Bamanis getting bigger, which is potentially problematic. This could be an excellent time to jump in on these guys over here while they're currently busy I mean, I wouldn't even need my allies to deal with all of that. That's unfortunate. Malwa gets poor iron for only 2 years, but increases our infantry and cavalry cost by 10%. Could have really done without that. So these guys are going to fire allegedly in the next half a year. See, again, I don't really want to go ahead and start getting involved in any scraps over here until this is sorted. Do I have any claims on any of this, actually? That's probably a good thing to be aware of. Do I have... See, I don't have any claims. If I got claims, they would be a little bit cheaper to take. Let's bring back the diplomat from Malwa. Not Malwa, from Timurids. And let's go over here and start building a spy network. And at least that way it might give us some... We can grab some claims and we might be able to get some of those provinces a little bit cheaper. It might work out. We've lost an advisor, which is our admin advisor. Now, I would like to get an admin advisor, purely for the fact that we've got an admin idea group. Yearly prestige isn't all that great. I'd sooner have a guy giving us some tax ducats, but at least, you know, getting our prestige up is not a bad thing. So we'll start building on that spy network. I want to get these rebellions dealt with. That's kind of my important thing right now. This one's still on 90%, still saying about 0.6 years. Lots of people wanting military access here, but they're not going to get it. Wow, everybody wants to get involved here, don't they? Not at all. See, if I could fight these guys directly without Bermanis wanting to get in, then I'd even consider doing that. But at least we know we can get to them by attacking these guys, who are actually involved in a war. They are also attacking against Mawar. There we go, rebels have spawned, as expected. Lose a load of money or gain inflation. Oh, both of those are terrible. We'll gain the inflation, because we can't afford to lose the money. This other province that's going to fire is Samabalpur, which is here. So let's do the same thing again. We'll move you down, and we will try and get those guys to pop. We can take an admin tech. Let's go ahead and do it, because that will then give us the production efficiency. Also help reduce our yearly corruption. There we are. Still gaining some money there. We did have a reinforcement tick, so that was understandable. We are starting to regain some manpower. It's not a huge amount. We're also taking attrition here. What is the limit? Let's take 2 units out. I don't normally micromanage this, but we can't afford to be taking attrition. Let's go, and I can't actually reduce the autonomy anymore here because it is part of a state, or so it's not part of a state. So we'll have to wait on that one. Mawar's getting eaten up pretty quickly here, so that is fine. Although this could potentially be feeding Bermanis, which we could do without. Jane's getting some loyalty. So what I want to keep my eye on, really... Oh, Bermanis is also at war with Vijayanagar. Are they not? Why is this stuff yellow? Occupied by Mawar. That looks yellow to me. It's because obviously it's on the blue and it's in the fog of war. So you were clever getting some guys down there. Now the question is, do I really want to try and get these guys integrating before we start this war? It's only a single province, but it is eating up a relationship slot. We don't have a disloyal vassal anymore, so Adar does at least like me. We don't need to get a claim on Baroda because Baroda is already a core of Adar. So if I can get 3 claims on these, it'll take a while. But if I can get those 3 claims, maybe just taking those 4 provinces might keep us under the coalition threshold. I'm not convinced. 29 with Vijayanagar. 52 there, but you belong to an ally. Yeah, there's still a lot of aggressive expansion rubbish going on up here, which I don't fully understand why. And it will burn down over time, but it is slow. That's the problem. Okay, let's just carry on and see how things go. You're taking attrition there, which is good. We're at 90% now. All of these others are on 40. And they're all looking about 5 years before they pop. Give or take. What do we need to get claims now? 20 for the first one. So there we go. We have our first claim. We can get a claim on this one. We can't get a claim on that one because it doesn't have adjacency. There is the spawn, which we expected. So let's go and put you guys back together. The next province we're looking at is Kalahandi. Kalahandi is all the way down there. What is your... Oh, your weight limit is very, very low. Let's get you guys moving down there, and then we will see if we can force this one to fire. Doesn't look like we can. We'll move down there anyway. Let's just group you guys up when we can. Stop you from moving. And we'll take the 14 and move the 14 down there. That should avoid any additional attrition. Oh, these guys, they actually took land. Wow. Now that makes them even more of a tasty target now. That is potentially a lot more land to take from them. Do you have cores on any more stuff here? Idar considers that to be a core as well. So there's 2 Idarian cores. Idar has a claim on that. Mala has a permanent claim. Idar has a claim on that. So 2 of these are Idar cores. The rests are just claims. It's risky. It is risky. But I'm so tempted. So tempted to try and do it. Again, though, I would like to have more money in the bank, and I would like to have more manpower. We are woefully lacking at the moment. Improve relations is lose 10 prestige or gain national unrest. Let's go for the national unrest, actually. If it speeds up these... if it speeds up these rebellions, these revolts, let's get them done and out of the way. So I was saying my improved relations... is it Maboba? Oh yeah, Bundle Kant. Those guys are getting close. Oh, some increased tax modifier, that's nice. They're getting close enough for us to be able to start vassalizing them, which is good. So yeah, you're still allied with Bermanis. Are you guys still allied? You're now allied with Vijayanagar. See, that's what I was worried about now. I can no longer just attack those guys. Loser stability or Orissa's opinion changed by -30. I guess Orissa's opinion is going to be changed by -30. So are you allied with anybody else? Just Bermanis and Jalavad. Now I can't go after Jalavad because you're allied with Vijayanagar. That's annoying. Move towards legalism. Local goods produced goes down. Monthly autonomy goes up. We'll just stay at legalism because we want those tax ducats. So maybe I want to go after these guys directly and find a way to do it without having to bring in Bermanis. We need Bermanis to be involved in some other war somewhere, really. I'm still going to start grabbing claims on these guys. So we've got 80% on Sunpur and 80% on Kalahandi. Sunpur's likely to go first. Let's move you out of there. Let's move you into Sunpur. We'll see if we can get that one to fire. So annoying that they pick those guys up. Do you have any claims on anywhere else? You do have claims on both of those. You've got cores on all of those. You've got claims on those. I don't know why you've got claims on those. Those are mine, buddy. But yeah, I really want this. I mean, it's not particularly great development. 6, 6, 12. That's 12. That coastal one's really nice. 12 development coastal province. That is, you've got a claim on that, but it's not one of your cores. That is your core. It's a 9 development province, which would be a shame to give you that. But of course, we will integrate it if we can take them. But yeah, that is nice. A 12 development coastal province. I would really, really like to take that if there's any way of doing it. Let's go ahead and keep getting claims where we can. That's 5. That's 5. That one is 6. Let's get the... Can't get the claim on the 6. We need 35. Okay. Oh, we'll do that. We will do that. Yeah, we need Bermanis to get tangled up in something. They want my provinces. They're my rival. We're never going to get Bermanis to like us in a million years. There's another conversion done. Let us continue. Vijayanagar, you obviously were rivaled. Hostile relations, allied to your rival. See, we could potentially stop them. Well, we couldn't stop them from rivaling us, but we could potentially have them like us a little more, but it's probably a little bit pointless. Something's changed down here. You guys are allied with Vijayanagar as well. Let's go ahead and improve relations with you. Let's just start getting some relations up here with neighbours. We definitely want to take the Diplo, because we were falling behind with that, so now we are caught up again. Doing better in manpower. We've still got either of these could fire. We are looking at 0.9 and 0.7 years. We can now grab that claim. So let's go and do that. At least Mawar are a little weaker now as well. I mean, we do want to grab some of this stuff. Arissa's opinion drops again. Lose Diplo or lose Prestige. We will lose the Diplo. Now, I should probably have claims on... Yeah, I've got a permanent claim on that one anyway. And I've got a permanent claim on that one. So, we're about to... We've got a claim on this. We've got a claim on that. That's all the claims we can get, really. It's all the claims we need. Just need to find a way to get at them now. So we don't really need to have that diplomat there anymore. So if I were to declare war, Bermanis would come in, of course, as would Jalavad. Jalavad I'm not bothered about because they're kind of insignificant. Unfortunately, none of my allies would come in. Timurids is in another war, and we don't have any favours with them. Jainpur is only negative 11, actually. We could possibly increase things there. Orissa is in debt, and our diplomatic reputation isn't great. They've also got manpower in the toilet. But yeah, we could potentially do something there. Let's try and improve our relations with Jainpur, because they're looking a little bit low. And hopefully we will be able to gear up for war, possibly in the next video. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying EU4. I'll see you next time, and until then, goodbye for now.